State University staff members want a pay increase in the middle of budget cuts.
And WSU Student Theater Group prepares for a semester of change.
Also, health officials say Whitman County leads the state in a certain type of disease. Murrow News 8 starts now.
From Studio B on the campus of Washington State University, this is Pullman's only nightly newscast. This is Murrow News 8.
Good evening, I'm Dax McCoy.
And I'm Patrick Gerardis. Welcome to Murrow News 8 and our first show of the new semester.
The cost of living in Pullman rose above the United States average in 2017. Matt King caught up with some WSU staff looking to make it easier to live in Pullman, and he joins us live from outside the French Administration building. Matt?
Thanks, guys. Yeah, just with the cost of living on the rise, these staff members believe that their wages should also get bumped up. Just a few hours ago, I caught up with some of these staff members to learn more.
Federation of State Employees walked to WSU President Kirk Scholl's office to deliver postcards asking for a raise. These staff members, including carpenters, roofers, electricians, painters, and members of dining services, want to get their fair share.
We basically want to talk to the president about fair wages and raises in our next contract coming up in 2020.
The group's union, Local 1066, look forward to the final stage of bargaining. The group says they make WSU run and now they can't afford to live in Pullman. One member of the group says that the group isn't looking for conflict but wants to bring the human side of the cause to light.
I can't retire now because medical insurance is so much. It's crazy. I mean, I've been here for 30 years and I feel like I've given my heart and soul to this university. My kids that work for me are not just necessarily, they're not my student worker, they're my kids.
The bargaining resumes on Wednesday and carries into Thursday when the group hopes to find out whether they get their raises or not. In the French Administration building, I'm Matt King, Murrow News 8.
Thank you, Matt. While some faculty hope for more funding on campus, a professor at WSU created a GoFundMe page to help support the philosophy department. Philosophy professor Joe Campbell started the fundraiser to both aid the department and criticize the university for its decision to merge the philosophy and political science departments. The GoFundMe page aims to raise $5,000 for the philosophy department. 3 faculty left it last year, and some because of issues caused by the merger. The WSU Theater Group approaches this semester with more uncertainty than ever. The only theater group left on campus, Stage, will move from its previous home in Daggy Hall to the Cub as it begins its first year operating as an independent student organization. The president of Stage, Aaron Allen, says that this year the club will focus less on what they've lost and more on how they can move forward, saying, quote, "Last year was about being bitter. We're moving forward as a club, as a whole, and working together as a team to make this a better organization," end quote. Well, if classes and homework have you feeling some type of way, a new program on Cable 8 might help you relax. Lauren Prasanna and Justin Spinney will debut Showstopper, a show similar to Glee featuring singing, comedy, and drama. The creators wanted a program featured and focused on art after WSU cut funding for the arts starting this semester. The creators ignored the cuts and found a way to continue spreading the arts and culture at WSU. Spinney says music can say more than words.
WSU's new student portal will give students a stronger voice in changes on campus. By clicking Your Input Matters on the Student Affairs website, students can share their opinions and get involved. ASWSU President Savannah Rogers says this portal provides transparency for students and empowers them to take charge. About 20 prominent working groups, committees, and advisory boards participate in the portal. The link provides information about each group, and the students' opinions will go directly to committee administrators.
Well, I certainly would like to engage in that. The Cougar football team defeated San Jose State this Saturday, 31-0, but the game had deeper meaning. Tyler Helinski's family raised the Cougar flag in his honor during pregame, and WSU painted the field with the National Suicide Prevention Awareness ribbon on both 25-yard lines. A video tribute by several athletes played over the Jumbotron. And poised to assume the starting quarterback role, the 21-year-old took his life back in January. An autopsy report did reveal him to suffer from stage 1 CTE.
Wawawai Road on the west edge of Pullman is reopened after closing for repavement for the last 2 weeks. This road connects Highway 195 and Highway 270. Others might know it as the road running along the west side of Sunnyside Park. The road had major potholes in the wheel track, which caused constant maintenance. The project finished 2 weeks ahead of schedule. Motley began repaving in late August and expected to complete on the 21st of this month.
Well, how about that? On the Wawa Way, how your vote could affect police and training in Washington.
And why some classrooms sat empty this week when most kids should have returned to school. When Murrow News 8 continues.
Sure.
He helps me with homework.
That would be 3.6795.
Thanks.
Yep.
He helps me with my decision making.
I wouldn't use this one. Ever.
And he's even teaching me how to drive.
And that's why cars have bumpers.
I'm learning so much.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
When you're out there, there's no telling what you'll find.
I see it, I see it! Oh, look at you.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
Health officials say Whitman County has the highest rates of STDs in Washington state, mostly because of the WSU campus. This year, the health department reported 8 syphilis cases, a 150% increase since June. 38 cases of gonorrhea made for a 38% increase, along with 471 cases of chlamydia, a 7% increase. Officials say collaboration between the Public Health Office, WSU, and Planned Parenthood to get more accurate data contribute to the sharp increase. Charles Capone will continue to serve a life sentence after a judge denied his appeal after convicting him of murder. Capone strangled his wife, Rachel Anderson, in his Moscow auto shop in 2010. David Stone witnessed the crime and testified, saying that Capone forced him into helping dump Anderson's body in the Snake River. Capone requested a new trial, claiming that Stone told his cellmate his body was not in the river. He argued the court made a mistake regarding admission of certain evidence. The Idaho State Supreme Court affirmed Capone's convictions and denied his request for a new trial.
That's wild stuff. Officers could face tougher prosecution when using deadly force should voters choose to approve Initiative 940 this November. The group De-Escalate Washington gathered enough signatures to earn a spot on the ballot. The initiative would require de-escalation, mental health, and first aid training for all officers. The Washington Supreme Court ruled the original draft unconstitutional. Pullman Police Chief Gary Jenkins has concerns about the initiative, but it does support some of the broader goals.
Law enforcement is completely behind the legislation that we are hopeful will pass in this next legislative session. The creators of I-940 and law enforcement are both recommending a no vote on I-940.
According to the campaign specifically wants to focus on preventing racial profiling and the use of deadly force on marginalized groups.
The state of Washington saw the highest number of teacher strikes since 1983. Collective bargaining caused most of these strikes. The Washington Education Association reported 104 teacher strikes throughout Washington's history. Schools in Seattle, Tacoma, and Renton saw their teachers strike 4 times since collective bargaining began in the 1970s. Currently, teachers are striking in 6 school districts in the state for the 2018-2019 school year.
Well, strikes everywhere. But anyways, joining us from the Weather Center, Abby Tudor tracks our mild temperatures.
Here comes the sun. Find out when Murrow News 8 returns.
I love the sun.
Mom, can we get some ice cream?
Please, Mom, please.
No, we're having dinner soon.
Please.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of children in foster care who will take you just as you are.
Dad's home!
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
As we are creeping toward the fall the weather is all over the place. Let's head over to the Weather Center and find out what we have in store for the week. Abby?
All right, today we have a temperature of 64 degrees right now with a high of 70, and the winds are at 18 miles per hour coming from the west. You might have noticed that on your way to class today. I sure did when I was walking to campus today. The winds are really heavy today, and we have a humidity of 40%. And looking at the rest of the state, we're going to see over in Spokane and Pullman, it's 70 degrees, and then Spokane is 72, and then over on the west side of the state, it is over in Seattle, Olympia, and Vancouver. We're seeing some rain and showers, so those people over there are probably going to need an umbrella. And then tomorrow we're going to look at, it's partly cloudy for most of the day and then partly sunny at night. So we're staying around the 60s, so it's a little cooler. Don't worry about turning on your AC or anything like that. And then looking at the rest of the week, looking at Thursday, we're going to get some rain. We haven't had some rain in a while, so maybe break out that rain jacket, umbrella, anything like that. And then Friday, 65 degrees, getting a little hotter. Looking at the Cougar game.
And thank you, Abby. And coming up after the break, how this Mississippi senior scored the winning points for her high school and even got a crown. Can you believe that? A crown? That's crazy stuff.
Don't worry, 74 people were picked before me in the NFL draft.
To fight childhood obesity, United Way and the NFL are helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day.
Okay, time for the team obstacle course. Yay!
What this place needs is more healthy kids. To get involved or donate, go to unitedway.org/play60.
Now I get it.
No more pencils, no more books.
No more teachers, dirty looks. School's out for summer.
What this place needed was better graduation rates. So we worked with schools like Henry Ford High, and now they're up 18%.
To help us do more good this year, go to unitedway.org, because great things happen when we live united.
Some people dream of winning the title of homecoming queen or scoring the winning points in a football game. For Mississippi senior Kaylee Foster, both dreams came true on the same night. Foster received her homecoming queen crown just moments before trading it in for a football. Which one? As Foster gets ready for college, she will fulfill her dream of playing soccer at the college level at Mississippi College.
Well, guys, I gotta tell you something. I had dreams of once scoring a game winner, whether it was a field goal or a touchdown, or just winning homecoming. I think that would have been really fun for me to do. Yeah. How about you guys? Do you guys have any dreams like that?
I mean, all those things in one for her, that was pretty cool.
I gotta say, I was hoping for some football highlights in there, but I didn't quite see any. I wanted to see her score a touchdown or something. Thank you for watching. Join us every weeknight at 7 and 10 for Pullman's only nightly newscast.
Have a great night and follow Murrow News 8 on Facebook.